Welcome to this episode of Hear It from a Huskie. I'm Dr. Laurie Fiorenza, and today I am joined by Jenn Kanwischer, physical education teacher. Welcome, Jenn.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So next year, you'll be starting a new class, Mind, Body, Fitness. Tell me a little bit about that class and where the idea to have a Mind, Body, Fitness class came from.
There has been a calling from students expressing that they need a space to receive physical education and an experience through the lens of really incorporating mental health. And so for me, my journey began with getting certifications in yoga after having my second child and feeling like I went for the physical part and then got so much more out of it. And it was a healing process. And I thought, I want to pass this on to other students here. And it began to grow. And then I decided to go into psychology at the Chicago School of Professional Psychology and got my grad degree in psychology. And found the importance in scientific research of how the mind and body connect, how breath is such an important part of making your brain wake up, making your body wake up, how there are scientific research data throughout the nation showing how test scores improve from incorporating a mindfulness, meditation, and yoga practice in a daily part of your schedule.
Okay, so what are some things students might experience in this class?
When they come in, they're going to have a combination of journaling. We're going to develop a gratitude practice.
Okay.
And not force gratitude because then that defeats the purpose of the practice. Okay. Developing a vinyasa yoga practice, breath to movement. It's more active. A restorative yoga class for those that need something to stretch out with. And for those that really struggle with anxiety in large group settings that are really loud, this is a safe space for them to get a physical education experience.
That sounds great. So what are you hoping that this class does for our students relative to their entire academic experience and their entire academic day?
I want to include Cameron McLaughlin was a part of this process with me. And so we are very similar minded. And we came together and we were like, what do we want students to take away? And we want them to develop tools not only to take with them before an exam, before they give a speech, before a sporting event, but teach students coping mechanisms to lean away from impulsive decision-making and more towards intentional decision-making through the lens of grace for self and others and through the lens of not shaming themselves.
I imagine this is going to be a very popular class.
I hope so. We just want to give back. Cameron and I, even making this class together, did it in such a holistic process where we would sit together outside under trees, speak to what's going on in our lives, and get grounded within each other so that we could really say, where am I at? What would I want to take away from this? So
wonderful. So students are preparing now to sign up for their courses for next year. So if students had questions, could they pop down to the physical education department and ask you and Mr. McLaughlin some questions?
Absolutely. They can pop down, they can come to our offices, they can email us. We just want to answer questions and create a safe space emotionally, psychologically, and physically for all students.
This sounds great. Thank you so much for joining me today, Jenn.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Hear It from a Huskie. Stay tuned for more from our Huskie faculty making an impact.